Hello, everyone. Good Sunday morning to you all. Gotta get in the middle. Make sure I'm in the middle. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday morning. See that the hurricane has been downgraded to a Category 3 right now, Erin. So that's good for everybody. Good morning, Fred and Lisa. Michelle, good morning. Other Michelle, double Michelle's, good morning. Matt Ryan, good morning. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hey, Michael, how are you? Happy Sunday to you. Hey, Hope, good morning. You're having a great Sunday too. SFC Trekkie, hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream this morning for our live cruise news. First, before I get into it, the Eberts are here. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing great. Ryan Q, good morning. 12 days until the gem to Canada. It's good. It's about the only place you can go right now. Stay safe from the hurricanes. Stay safe. So a little bit of news this morning. Just got brand new cruise news this morning. The NCL Aqua, which I'm hopefully going on Friday, is the cruise before us is a 4-day sailing. Also supposed to go to Bermuda. That cruise is now going to Canada. So it is going to St. John, New Brunswick, which everybody is complaining about, of course, because obviously you'd rather sail into a hurricane than go to Canada during the summer where the weather's beautiful. I don't understand people. So yeah, that cruise got rerouted. So Friday we're supposed to go to Bermuda. I don't really care where we go. I know, look, I get that it's disappointing. When you're planning to go to Bermuda or the Caribbean and you get rerouted to Canada or Eastern to Western Caribbean, whatever. I get that it's disappointing. You're going on a cruise. You're going on vacation. Everything's okay. It's better to be safe than to have your entire cruise canceled. You know, what are you going to do? So people complain and complain and complain, but you're still going on a cruise. You're still going to get your drinks. You're still going to have a nice time. You get some port fees refunded. Bermuda's got high port fees, so you get some port fees refunded. It'll be okay, everyone. Everyone will be all right. Kevin and Carrie Ann today from the subscribers are going to Western Caribbean anyway, so they should be safe. They're getting on Celebrity Beyond today. So hopefully all is well. I checked in with them yesterday. They were in Miami. Everything was good. They were down at South Point Park watching the ships go by. They went down there to see Icon go out. So that's really fun. It's a great tip. If you're down in Miami, go to South Point Park. If you're down there the day before, to watch all the cruise ships go out. So we'll see about what happens with my Bermuda cruise. I am completely fine with going to Canada or going anywhere where there's not a hurricane and the waves aren't crazy. So we'll see how everything goes there. Felicia, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Tony Diaz, good morning. Hope you are having a great weekend. Jimmy C, good morning. Hope you're doing well out there in Staten Island. Michelle said, some people just don't understand the strength of hurricanes and what it can do in the open ocean. Yeah, people are nuts, first of all. The amount of people that book a cruise during hurricane season and then complain endlessly about the fact. I had to leave my Facebook group this week, which I always do like the day of the cruise anyway, but I had to leave it this week early because people were complaining about everything. I just can't do it. You're going on vacation. And I'm not even on vacation. I mean, it's work, you know, it's a beautiful trip. I get to go to these beautiful places, but it is work. These people are on vacation. They just complain about everything. Just enjoy yourself. You're going on a cruise. It's amazing. 90% of the people in the world don't get to travel. Take a bit of perspective, people. Go enjoy your cruise. Tony C, good morning. Hope you're having a great day. Great day. Like I said, my next cruise is October 31st and 2 more after that this year. When does hurricane season end? So technically hurricane season ends in November. It's June. It's 6 months of the year. So it's June, July, August, September, October, November, the Jason months, JJ, Jason, June, July, August, September, October, November. But the busiest part of this is like still fairly early in hurricane season here. The most serious part, generally speaking, of hurricane season is August, September, October. So with September being kind of the month. So, but you do get them. You get them early, you get them late sometimes. You never know. Last year we had Beryl early, which was a big one in like end of June, early July. So you really never know. But yeah, you got to keep those things in mind when you have cruises booked that we're not in charge. The funny thing is, like, people don't realize, Mother Nature doesn't care about your cruise. So amazing that people are like, well, why can't we just go to Bermuda? You could. Good luck getting there. All right, let's get into some cruise news this morning. We officially have a new godmother on Star of the Seas. If you didn't see it this week, Diana Ross bailed out on being a godmother. No further updates on that. I don't know what exactly happened there. Excuse me. Sorry, everyone. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but they named a really good replacement, Kelly Girardi, who is an astronaut, a real astronaut. She's very nice, not a Katy Perry astronaut. She's a real astronaut. She's awesome. She became the 90th woman to fly in space. She made several flights with Virgin Galactic. She writes children's books. She's a mom. I mean, she's got it all going on. She's a STEM advocate. Seems like a great list. She was on the Time 100 creators list. Seems like maybe she should have been the godmother all alone. I like Diana Ross. Don't get me wrong. She's great, but she's also 81, so maybe that had something to do with her stepping down. So it's nice. Kelly Girardi will be the new godmother of the Star of the Seas, which is very, very nice. Thomas, good morning to you as well. Denny B, good morning. Kristen, how are you? We're leaving on the Escape on Wednesday from New York City. We're hoping we end up in Canada. There you go. You may be ending up in Canada. If you're leaving on Wednesday out of New York. So they just announced the one for tomorrow. The Aqua leaving tomorrow is headed to Canada, to St. John. Let me see if there's an announcement. Just checking in here with Norwegian for you. Sometimes it pops up on my screen when I log in to the back end of Norwegian here. Nothing yet. Let me look at that sailing. So that's the one leaving tomorrow, obviously, is the 18th. My guess is they probably haven't made a decision yet on Escape. A lot of times what happens here is, and I think a lot of us we really take for granted the amount of logistics that goes into just like going on a cruise. All these ports are planned years and years in advance. So it's really difficult for these cruise lines to spur of the moment be like, hey, we are going to go to different ports. There's already ships going there. There's already, certain ports can only take certain big ships. So it's really a mad scramble to see who can get those ports squared away. And it costs the cruise lines a lot of money, even though you think, well, we're paying port fees and taxes. We are, but there are a lot of things with logistics here that do cost them a lot of money. So you are going on the Escape. I don't even see the Escape on the 18th. Going on the Escape on the 18th? I only see the 20th. Oh, no, it's the 20th. Tomorrow's the 18th. I apologize. I'm losing my mind. Tomorrow's the 18th. That's the Aqua one. Aqua is officially going. We'll talk about a bunch of different redirects. I just saw Denny's question there. What's going on? So yes, you're going on a 10-day. Technically, Kristen, you should be okay. You might be delayed, would be my only kind of thought. Since you are going Western first, you're going to Dominican Republic first, you should technically be okay. Because if you are leaving on Wednesday, the storm should be just about past Bermuda. Like I said, you might delay. I don't think you would go north because you'd be chasing, basically following. You'd be going with the storm on Wednesday. Going south would probably be better. So you may be going, you're fine. You should be fine if you're going to, your cruise is awesome. This is an awesome cruise that you're going on, Kristen. Dominican Republic, Puerto Plata, San Juan, St. Martin, Tortola, and then to overnight, oh no, just a day in Bermuda. A day in Bermuda. That's a fantastic cruise. Wonderful cruise. And you're hoping you end up in Canada? You're going on a great cruise. Hope you enjoy yourself. But no, your itinerary has not changed yet. So there you go. Danny, we'll get into all the changes, a bunch of changes out there. Like I said, Aqua, tomorrow you are going to, if you're on Aqua tomorrow, you are going to Canada, St. John, instead of Bermuda. Nothing you can do about it. Yep, Tony Diaz said they might switch ports around. They may. Yeah, but I think if you're going to Dominican Republic first, that would make the most sense anyway. I think, to me, the biggest thing for you is just getting out of New York. Can you get out of New York safely down to go down? You wouldn't want to go up because Thursday and Friday it's going to be going up the coast. So, yeah, maybe delayed. Maybe it'll be fine towards the, if they stay close to the shore and then head down, but you should be good. Going that way. There is another system moving in after that. I feel like I'm a meteorologist now. There's another system moving in after that, but there's no definitive anything yet. So you should be good for the first couple of days at least of your trip there. We'll see. Next bit of cruise news. The Carnival Sunshine has changed its itinerary. So that was supposed to go to Bermuda. They are no longer going to Bermuda now. So this is leaving today. So the Carnival Sunshine leaving today from Norfolk, Virginia, which was originally supposed to be overnight in Bermuda on the 20th and 21st, which would not be great. So they canceled those. They're now going to go to Celebration Key in the Bahamas and Nassau and then come back up. So the great part about having these private islands is that most of them, they can handle multiple ships. It might not be fun because it might be pretty crowded there, but they can at least handle those things and have multiple ships there. They control them. It doesn't cost them anything extra to go there. So it's really nice. Those people get to go there. Speaking of Celebration Key, crazy, two separate people in two separate incidents drowned at Celebration Key on Friday. So this is really, really wild. They had two water emergency incidents. So Carnival lifeguards jumped in for both of these. One was on the beach. Both slightly elderly people at 79 and 74 Americans who were down there. The first one was snorkeling. It was a 79-year-old, 79-year-old was snorkeling at the beach. He became unresponsive just before noon. Lifeguard rushed out to rescue the man in the water and bring him to shore. They did CPR, but he was pronounced dead. The second suspected drowning, sorry, not suspect, he didn't do anything wrong, was 74-year-old tourist who was in the swimming pool and was found unresponsive at 2:30 in the afternoon. They are doing autopsies on both people to see what happened, but that is awful and wild that they just opened this place and two people. Crazy, 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 crazy. Michael said, hey, John, I was trying to book the Sky Ride to Paradise Point for St. Thomas on my Aqua Cruise. It's priced at $35. It's always been free for me before because of the credits, but now it's not applying it. That is interesting. I didn't think you could do the Paradise Point ride through Norwegian anymore. They may have stopped allowing you to do that through. It's weird that they're charging you for it when you get the $50 credit. Maybe it's not included in the credit anymore. I'm looking at Paradise Point. So it shouldn't be $35 anyway. It's $29 if you buy the tickets there. So I don't know why it would be $35 anyway, but my advice to you would be don't buy the tickets there. Yeah, you can purchase them through the cruise ship. I don't I don't know why. They don't run out of tickets. They don't oversell it. So you can go. My advice would be don't spend $35. Just buy your ticket at the place, because I've done that. But it's weird that it's not giving you the credit. I'll check with Norwegian on that. That's strange. Ryan said, glad you're finally going on a cruise. You must be excited, certainly overdue. First of all, Ryan, knock on wood. Let's knock on everything. Still a few days away. Still making sure Peanut's okay. We have a hurricane coming. All kinds of things are trying to not let me not go on this cruise. But yeah, this is the longest since coming out of the pandemic. So we started this channel, the YouTube channel, in some point in 2021. We started taking it seriously in 2022. But since then, I've been on a cruise, just about every month. Take a little time off during the summer sometimes, but about 10 cruises a year. So this is pretty much the longer, a full quarter I haven't gone on a cruise. It's really weird, I have to tell you. It's really, really weird. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm not excited about the weather right now, but I'm excited to go on a cruise. I'm excited to get back on a ship. Again, I talked about it the other day with my what I'm looking forward to. And, it's just a really good lesson of like not taking things for granted. You get to do these amazing things. Any of us, just getting to go on a cruise, getting to do anything is really awesome. Life is wild. So I don't take it for granted. So I'm very, very blessed to be able to do this. And I'm very excited. Thank you very much. Tony C, very sad. Yes, awful. Just terrible, 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 terrible. Right after that, well, first of all, we had the person who jumped into the water in Alaska because influencers, whatever, people trying to get clout, which drives me crazy. Michelle said, bubble wrap Peanut before your cruise. Believe me, Peanut's been bubble wrapped for the last 11 weeks. She's mad at me every day. I take her out. I don't let her chase things anymore. It's a nightmare. We can't run. We can't do crazy things. It's just me trying to make sure she's okay every day. It's terrible. So next up, a Royal Caribbean passenger fell off the pier at Perfect Day. Again, people are not the brightest. So this person was on Star of the Seas. Star and Symphony were both at Perfect Day. According to social media reports, passenger reportedly fell off the end of the pier while distracted by their phone. Some people said that they were filming. Good times. Good times. I'm telling you, so one of the things that worries me the most about doing what we do, just trying to get this information out there, give you honest information and reviews and everything, is that there's just so many people who are out there just that are a menace on the cruise ships, that are constantly filming, that are walking around, pretending that they're in a documentary about themselves on these cruise ships. And these people are going to ruin it for everybody, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I hope that person's okay that fell into the water. There are giant stripes on the side that you're not supposed to walk on the other side of the stripes. And I constantly see people crossing over those to take pictures. I'm like, you're going to fall. You're going to fall. Nobody cares. Hey, Leslie, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. Next up, we talked about this a little bit on Wednesday, but Carnival Festival has laid its keel. It's going to debut in 2027. It's going to be sailing out of Port Canaveral. It is being built in Meyer-Werft, which is in Germany. It's really cool. This is supposed to be a ship that's kind of built off of immersive music-inspired zones. So very similar to Jubilee and all of those. But they're getting rid of the Bolt roller coaster. They're putting a Waterworks Ultra, which is a huge family-friendly water park, up there. They're going to have some new food, some new beverage, some new immersive technology there. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I'm always excited for new ships. I did book myself on that ship. I was on Jubilee early on in the journey, and it was amazing. So I figured, let's do it. Let's go on this one again and have a good time. Next up, Vision, also leaving, is going to skip Bermuda due to the storm. So Vision leaving out of Baltimore is going to skip Bermuda. So this one, they've been monitoring it, just seeing what's going on. No one's going to Bermuda in the first couple of days of the week here. So they're just, exercising a bunch of caution. Vision's not going to go there. They're skipping out and heading south. So it's good. It's fine. Let's be safe. That's all that matters. So San Juan, if anybody has heard over the past couple of years, no big ships, Oasis-class ships, have been docking in San Juan. There was damage to the port that was caused by MSC Meraviglia. The reconstruction is finally done. The Wonder of the Seas became the first Oasis-class ship to dock there in a few years. They are now there. Everything is good. The new cruise pier, has been restored and refurbished. All is well. People are happy again. I'm very glad that is taking place. It's very good. Next up, NCL Aqua is going to start its 2026 Miami itinerary. They pushed it back. It was supposed to start in February. Now they are pushing it back to March. It was supposed to move down there February 8th. It is now moving down there March 22nd. Guests that are on those sailings have been made known that it's going to be later. So everybody has been aware of it and made known, so everybody will be aware. That's the thing, when you're going on a cruise, the one thing to keep an eye on is that you do get a lot of information from the cruise line, so just keep an eye out for that. You all get it so much before we do sometimes. Sometimes I get things. I go out and actively look for things. I think sometimes most people don't. They just wait to hear. I'm constantly looking to see, like with all these changes and everything, if anything's going on. But you guys will get them first, so just be aware of those things. Even something like that where your ship's just leaving 90 minutes late or doing something different, keep an eye out for those things just so you're aware of what's going on. Jimmy said, we get it. We are getting upgrade offers. Guess Yacht Club not full on our cruise. Your opinion on bidding. So here's my opinion on bidding on any of these things. My general opinion is that it's not worth bidding on the upgrades. One, you're generally not going to get it. So just because you're getting those upgrade things, Jimmy, doesn't mean that people aren't booked. So if I look at your cruise, I'm going to guess that it's fully booked. The problem is during this time of the year with the hurricanes, which is what we talked about, people cancel a lot. So people with cancel for any reason insurance can just be like, I'm not going on the cruise 2 weeks before, and they get most of their money back. Sometimes people get sick. People have to get called into work, whatever reasons they have. There are a lot of people that wind up canceling cruises. So that is most likely what they're doing there. I've been getting them nonstop for my Aqua cruise, which is going out in a couple of days. The cruise is fully booked. There are like 4 cabins available. So they're just banking on people not going. They're banking on people that are going to cancel and decide not to go. I'm going to look up your cruise right now and just take a look at it, and I'll tell you if it's worth it or not. I'm going to look it up. Let us see what's going on with this sailing. September 14th on the Meraviglia. Let's take a look here. It's good exercise. Good exercise for everyone to know what happens here. Let's see. Yacht Club sold out. So just so you're aware, there are no Yacht Club cabins. The only thing available, there are no interior cabins. There are no ocean view cabins. There are about 16 balconies. There are no Aria suites or yacht clubs available. Just so you're aware. If you were to bid, which I wouldn't recommend, and I can't see what they were going for here. I'd bid a couple $100 each, but I don't think you're. I mean, it's worth throwing out a couple $100 for it, but somebody's going to outbid you, because if there's none available, if one becomes available, you're not going to get it. Generally speaking, I'll give you my overall overarching thoughts on the bidding process. My overall thoughts on the bidding process are: if you want to throw out a couple $100 bid or whatever, go for it. Always check with your travel agent first to see if there are those cabins available. If you could just pay for the upgrade. Generally speaking, those cabins are not available. So especially now with cruising being so expensive and crowded, most things they are selling out, unless you're doing like Alaska, right? Or something where there's a ton of inventory and they don't fill it all the time. So with yours, everything's pretty much sold out. So I would throw a couple $100 down there and roll the dice and see what happens. Generally speaking, I think it's better to pay for the upgrade if you want the upgrade. Because also when if you do stuff like that, it doesn't really count like for loyalty and different things like that. You're better off paying for the upgrade, because if you pay for the yacht club upgrade, you get the yacht club experience points. You don't get them if you do it through the bid. So just things to think about. But yeah, there's no yacht club available, but you can throw a couple $100 on it to see if it pops up. Hope said yacht club is so worth it. Definitely the yacht club is worth it, for sure. Leslie said, why do solos have to pay double for upgrades? Because rooms are based on double occupancy. It sucks for sure. But if you could do on Norwegian now, Leslie, not on Epic, but maybe on Epic. If you bid on a solo inside or a solo balcony, you don't have to pay the double. But they don't like to offer you those things, just so you're aware. But yeah, again, same thing. I don't recommend doing the upgrades. You can call your travel agent and they can probably get you a better deal. If you're close into the sailing and there's a bunch of inventory, you're going to get a better deal doing that. I know a bunch of people that have bid like $500 each for a balcony from an inside, and say you paid $2,000 for the inside cabin, and now you're going to pay, obviously you're going up $1,000, so you're going to pay $3,000 for the balcony when it's selling for like $2,400 if they're available. So you really do have to measure it out, but it's not worth it. I do it every once in a while. I just throw something out there. I rarely get them, but I don't pay a lot for them either. Michelle said, John, what did you do before becoming a travel agent? So we have a marketing company here, Michelle. So I have a website marketing company, and AJ, Meg, and everybody works at the marketing company. So when right before the pandemic, obviously a couple of years before the pandemic, I took everybody on a cruise. We had a pretty good year, and I said to everybody, like, hey, we want to do something nice. You guys want a bonus? Do you want to go on a trip? What do you want to do? And everybody said, let's go on a trip. So we took a cruise and we had a nice time. And then the following year in 2019, same thing, had a pretty decent year. I asked everybody, we took everybody on a cruise. I took everybody on a cruise with their family, significant others, whatever. And we had a great time. And then the pandemic hit and we were like out of work, right? Like we didn't have anything going on. Luckily we had money stored up, so we didn't have to lay anybody off. But during that time period, we had been doing a lot of marketing around travel, and everybody was really passionate about traveling. So we sat down with the team during the pandemic. I sat down and talked to everybody, and they were like, hey, we should do something focused on travel. and I really liked cruising. So all of us decided together to like start the YouTube channel. We booked the cruise like coming out of the pandemic in December of 2021, about on Escape, and just from there, that's what we did. I worked for a year as a travel agent under Expedia Cruises under somebody else to kind of get my feet wet and figure it out and see what was going on, and then took the plunge in 2023, started our own travel agency. So little by little bit. So I have 2 full-time jobs. So do the marketing thing and the cruise thing. It's a lot of work. I'm here every day. My mom laughs at me every day when she calls me and says, "Are you going into the office today?" And I'm like, "I go in the office every day, 7 days a week." So, but it's awesome. Not complaining at all. I love it. It's amazing. I get bored easily anyway, so I like to work hard. Jimmy, you are welcome. My pleasure. Cruising Nurse, hello, welcome. Never late, right on time. All right, next cruise news story. Carnival is doing short cruises now with their larger ships. What could go wrong? So we have now the Mardi Gras is going to be doing short 3 and 4 day cruises out of Port Canaveral. They're all cashing in on this now. And I think this is terrible for cruising. I think it's terrible for the industry. I think the people are it's going to reinforce these bad behaviors on short cruises. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to complain about it anymore. I don't like the idea of all the cruise lines moving to this like huge ship, short cruise thing. We'll see what happens. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to just leave it alone. That's what I'm going to do. Next up, Seascape has debuted in Galveston. So it has moved over there. I love Seascape. Such a great ship. I wish it would come up here to New Jersey, New York. But what can you do? It is now in Galveston. I hope everybody that's going out of Galveston appreciates having awesome ships down there. So congratulations, Galveston, on getting MSC Seascape. It is an awesome ship. Tony said we said the same thing at the same time. What can go wrong? Yeah. Fights. That's it. Unbelievable. Fights and drunks. Good times. Leslie said, "That's when I met you, John. Excellent service. Been with you ever since." Thank you so much. Yeah, Leslie was a client of mine over at Expedia, and now she's a client with us here at Bite Size Cruises, which is Dream Vacations. We own a Dream Vacations franchise. So next up, next bit of cruise news. Margaritaville Islander has celebrated its first anniversary. Islander looks really cute. I really want to go on. I'm going to try it at some point. I have to figure out my schedule. It's a really nice, it looks very nice. It cruises out of Tampa. Super nice ship. The Beachcomber is going to be coming out next year, end of 2026, which is a 2003 ship that they purchased. It's the Costa Fortuna. It's going to become the Beachcomber. So then they will have 3 ships next year. Good for Margaritaville. It's great. Glad to hear they're doing well. Tony said, "I don't even like doing short cruises on Royal. It's a totally different experience and crowd." It is. It's wild. I did Independence last year on a short one. It was very strange. I don't like, first of all, I don't like 3-day cruises. I think I love 5-day cruises. 5 is great for me. I get to see everything on the ship, do all the things I want to do. 7's great. I love 7. More than 7, I don't love. Less than 5, I don't love. 4's okay. 5 seems to be the sweet spot for me. Also, I would love to do like a 5 and a 4 or a 5 and a 5. I'm fine with that. I just don't like, I get bored of things. So I like want new things to move around and film and check out. So I like a little bit of change. Next up, we have a really interesting one here for the Royal app. They're adding a Find My Kids feature, which is pretty cool. And you might be saying to yourself in the app, "John, is that going to be free?" It's not. So it's going to allow parents to see where the kids are on the cruise ship at any given time. It's only going to be available at first on Star of the Seas. So you're going to have to buy a WOW bracelet for $14.99. And then once they do that, you can enable that Find My Kid feature so that they can see where you are. Cool story. If you don't know what that means that right now, which everybody should know this, Royal Caribbean can track wherever you are on the ship at all times if you're wearing a WOW band, just so you know. I don't care. I like them. I think it's fun. Judy and I got them on Icon. It's super convenient, but it does mean that they're tracking you everywhere you are. So if something happens, they can immediately find you on the ship. Just be aware of that. Denny B said, I think 7 is perfect. Yeah, 7's great. Tony said, used to be about destination. Now it's all about drinking. Sadly, that is true, especially for the short cruises. Cruise Tubers, hey, how are you? Good to see you guys. Thanks so much for shouting us out in your video. Cruise Tubers just did a video of the 10 huge Cruise Tubers that they watch. So go check it out over on their channel. It's really fun. Next up, last bit of cruise news for today, Princess 2027 Alaska has been revealed, and it's very expensive, I noticed. Really interesting. The 7-day sailings are very, very expensive. They're doing some 14-day ones. They're doing a bunch of cruise tours. The Star Princess and the Royal Princess are going to be sailing out of Seattle, doing 7-day trips. The Ruby Princess is doing 10-dayers out of San Francisco. The Emerald Princess is going to be going out of Vancouver. It's going to be doing 6, 7, 8, and 9-dayers. And then Emerald Princess is doing 2 16-day trips out of LA. So super cool. Those are all out and available now if you're interested in the Princess Alaska tours. That is it for cruise news for this week. That's it. What's going on for the rest of the week? Let me give you the little update of our content. So live stream on Wednesday, we're going to be highlighting one of our travel agents, and we're going to be finishing up our little port battle that we started last week. That should be really fun. And then the rest of the week, you're going to have more videos for first-time cruisers. So I'm doing that Start Here playlist. This week, we're going to pick the best cabin and deck. We're going to do drink package math this week. I'm going to have my NCL Aqua budget video comes out tomorrow. That's a good one. And then obviously we're going to be doing a NCL Aqua ship overview on the 21st. Next week for cruise news, I'm going to try to do it live from Aqua, wherever I'm at. I might be in Bermuda. I might be in Canada. I might be in the Bahamas. I don't care. I'll be on a cruise. As long as the weather is, I don't mind having bad weather. I don't mind rain. I just don't want the ship to be rocking all over the place. So all that stuff will be out. And then obviously when I get back, we'll have all the vlogs and everything like that. So that is what's going on. Leslie, I will call you today. Absolutely. You bet. Cruise Jumper said, love the new video series you guys are doing for first-time cruisers. Great series. Thanks so much. More of those coming out this week. I'll have those. And that's it. Oh, well, one bit of news for the live stream. Ilana from Lifewell Cruised, who is awesome. If you don't follow Ilana over on Lifewell Cruise, she's awesome. Go check her out. She will be on the live stream on September the 3rd. So be sure to check in for that. So that'll be great. Other than that, everybody enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see everybody Wednesday. Be safe out there. If anybody's cruising, hope you have a wonderful cruise. Kevin and Carrie Ann, enjoy your cruise today on Celebrity Beyond. I will see everybody later. Have a great day.